Directors is in order. Please join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Peace. All right. There's not very many of us here. It's us against this side of the table against that side of the table. So is there a motion to start off to approve the meeting minutes from a regular meeting of March 10th, 2026?
Do you want to do it?
All right, Kevin, thank you.
I'll second. Okay. That's what we could do.
Any corrections?
No.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. I guess I should say also that 2 board members are excused, one due to illness and one due to family issues or family
Not issues, but obligations.
All right, is there a motion to adopt tonight's agenda?
I'll make a motion to adopt tonight's agenda. I'll second it.
All right, any additions to it that we need to make?
Just the 2 that are highlighted were added after we had posted the agenda.
Okay,
The amendment number 1 to interagency agreement between Clallam County Health and Development Disabilities, and then the agreement between Associated Earth Science Incorporated and QVSD.
okay. All right, well, those are both on the consent agenda, so all those in favor of adopting tonight's agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? No. Public comments? No public here. How about your way, Nathan? Okay, well, then we'll move on to the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion we adopt tonight's consent agenda.
Great, thanks. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. Any questions about it?
This contract with Associated Earth Sciences. That's digging another hole. But didn't we pay them to dig a hole already?
They did. They dug about 16 feet down and didn't get the numbers they needed to have. They looked at that and they weren't getting enough drainage from the water. It would have made us have to design a great big drain field system. So talking with Jay and HBL, they want to come back and dig down, get down about 22 feet or so and see if they get good gravel. That will save us some dollars in the design fee. And so
They should have did it right the first time, or at least.
well, when they're here, they're only here for so many days and they have to contract with the guy. And it was only to go down so deep. And they did that and thought they would get the numbers. They didn't get the numbers.
Would they get clay?
They got like a silty, clayish, I mean, they thought they would get the numbers out of it. They didn't. And so they want to dig down deeper. This time they're going to dig the excavator down and then track into it and then dig down further.
So won't the problem still exist at 16 feet?
Well, no, they're thinking that, see, first they drill all that.
Yeah.
Drill it all. And so they know that there's more rock down there around 22 feet and want to get down to that, see if they can get their numbers better. For what
But when all is said and done, you still have the less permeable area at 16 feet. Won't that be a problem?
No,
Because
they're going to dig all that out. They're going to dig down.
Oh, they
the
would.
rock.
Oh my.
So
They would excavate 22
Yes.
22 feet?
They got to get down into the good stuff so they get the drainage.
And then what do?
They're
Once they excavate, they bring in fill?
They're going to base the drain field off of the infiltration testing that they get. And so the numbers that they got were really, really low out there.
Yeah.
Very, very low. I want to say, I think it was 3 gallons or less an hour, where we were getting 40 gallons an hour at the middle school. And
Okay.
so they got to get better numbers. They said those numbers are too low.
Do you know what the average number should be?
They never gave me that number.
Okay.
So I guess I'm So they excavate all that stuff off the top for the whole field?
No, just the drain field area.
Oh, how big is the drain field?
That's based on the numbers they get. See, that's what this test is for. They'll dig the hole, and then once they get down to where it's taking water, let's say they get, I'm just gonna say they get 15 gallons an hour. Then they're gonna base the size of the drain field that they have to make off that 15 gallons an hour.
Which is built at that level.
Which will be built around that level. They'll either have holes going down or, I
Okay,
can't tell you exactly, I'm not engineer, but they'll use that and basically, that's.
Well,
the
and
size
don't
of the
they
drain.
engineer it based on what the drainage is?
That's what it is,
Yeah.
numbers, so.
Okay,
the
all right.
issue
It's just the drain field, like what we have at the stadium on the south side of the stand.
Correct, like the stadium, that one there, if you remember, when they put that drain field in, the excavator was completely down in the hole. So they dug down like 16, 17 feet, and were actually down in the hole with the excavator.
I got you.
This time they're gonna do the same thing, they're gonna dig and then get down in there to see what numbers they get. Right now, the drain field, with the numbers they got, is 12 times larger than their expectation.
Oh,
And so they're going, we gotta dig down, we gotta figure if we can get better drainage, because if we don't get better drainage, it's.
But
gonna
if
put our
the
numbers-
baseball field and the football field are in the same general area,
Doesn't
should,
matter.
I mean, shouldn't they have figured that out though?
Well, you
That
know,
if
Could
we
be
had to go that
completely
deep for
different.
the football field,
the farther east you go, the deeper the clay gets, is what it is.
oh,
And so getting through that clay layer and such. So they gotta make sure they get down to something that's going to work. Otherwise, it's gonna cost us a lot more money to put in this.
And we'll have Spartan Lake too.
on the baseball field, which will defeat the whole purpose of building the baseball fields.
They gotta get in there. So this is,
Okay,
they didn't get the right numbers, and so they need to come back, dig down even lower and get down into the hole.
and when are they gonna do that?
But once we pass this, I'll be working with Ryan this week to get the date tied in there. I know it's sometime in April, somewhere in there, they're gonna try to get it. Jay's trying to get it earlier than that, because we're trying to get it out to bid. And I'll talk a little more about it when we get to this. But that's
Okay.
what it's for. It's so that
It
they
might
can
be Vivi,
design the drain field.
Okay,
That's what it's for.
because
Gotcha.
that's what kept happening at the auction. Hang on.
all right. Any other
You
questions?
want me to,
Nathan.
hang on 1 second.
We lost everybody?
The Vivi disconnected.
Vivi disconnected.
And it just says Vivi on the TV.
Can you get on?
It means you're gonna make an extra $10,000 and say, hey, we don't. There's no fighting it though.
Can we continue?
Can you see us? Okay,
All right.
Next is gonna be a presentation. And I won't be able to present it, but
If there are no more questions on the consent agenda, all those in the favor of it, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? There are none. Move on to reports. Diana, you have.
so we can't put this up on the screen, but it is our monthly attendance report. And this is as of 3/4/2026.
Today.
So no. Yeah, through March 4th of
Oh,
2026.
March 4th.
And so if you look, scroll down, top part is average daily attendance. Remember, our goal was to reach 80% because we ended the year at 70%. And if you look at our totals, the district average as of 3/4/2026, we're at 28% of our students are chronically absent. That means they're missing more than 2 days a month. And the blue are 10 to 19%. The green are 20%. Then you can see it gets harder with the red. The attendance team, we're meeting monthly. We're tracking our truancies, like we said we would, and we are filing kids who are not following their contracts, attendance contracts, right?
Yeah, they're attending.
And I was thinking that that was in this document as well, but I don't see the, oh, there we go. Oh, no, for 3-4, Lindsay didn't put how many we had truancy action taken, so I'll have to bring that back to you. And then the other thing, I don't know, do each of you have one of these? You can see the kids coming and going each month. This is for the month of March, how many of our kids came,
Do you see a
entered.
spike in the flu season?
Yeah, we really have seen a spike in the flu season, and so those are included in there as well.
And this flu was really nasty. It took kids out for a week. I know I had it.
You're lucky.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I don't know what the answer is to our truancy or our non-regular attendance, other than in listening to the state level, they're seeing the same trends, especially with students in disadvantaged homes. And so I don't know what the answer is. We're going to find it one of these days. We haven't quit trying.
Gotcha. But this is pretty much on
Where we were last
where
year.
it's always
Yeah.
kind of been. It just
Yeah.
kind of is.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Any questions for Diana on that?
Yeah, I don't understand. It says Forest Elementary School, 93.25%.
That's average daily attendance. So on any given day, if you have 100 kids, 93 of them are attending. But the problem is there are kids who are missing sporadically throughout that month, more than 2 days a month. The states, and actually the nation, says that regular attendance, which is what we want to promote.
Because this is good though.
Not the daily averages, but not the chronic absenteeism. We have about 30% of our students who are missing more than 2 days a month. Some more than others. So that's where that red chunk is. And if part of our goal is to prepare students for attending work regularly, and the bigger issue is when they're not here, they can't learn. And so that's the issue. Yeah, it looks good.
There's a couple kids missing 50%.
So if we're on 120 days, they've missed 60 days.
They might as well just stay home. How can you help somebody like that?
It's hard.
How many students are like that?
Well,
2?
let's look at the
101.
1.69% of 220, whatever that is. I would assume it's 1 or 2 students.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Any other questions for Diana on that?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you, Diana.
You're welcome.
Let's move to financial report.
So we were at 9% of our apportionment, and we received 5.2 million. We spent a little bit more than we received. And so if you go down to the net cash and investments in the general fund, which is at the county treasurer, for the month of February, we have 8,774, 8 million.
Say, where'd all that money go?
774,000. What now?
I say, where'd all that money go?
Yeah, that would be a big slip, which is 12% of our budget. And again, we're really close to where we were last year, why it looks like we have a less percentage, because we have a higher budget. We have a $71 million budget this year. So if you look at our general graph here, we're right about where we were last year. I do know in talking with Jan, there's some revenues that we are not receiving timely. I don't want to front people out, but we're on it as to why we're not getting those revenues. Some have to do with grants. And we should see a difference in March. And then the other difference is we paid for all of our insurance up front, which is almost $800,000, when last year we did 400,000 in October and 400,000 in April. So that's probably give or take why it looks different.
Is that gonna be going up?
Oh, yes. It will be. And then we met our undesignated unreserved funds with, or our reserve funds at the 5%. And we're at 7% unreserved, undesignated for the month.
So that unreserved, undesignated, if we had to put the roof on the gym, is that money gonna come out of that?
It could come out of here. We have some reserves in our capital project funds. I think we have about 300,000 of undesignated unreserved funds. And we also we're starting to see a surplus now in our debt service fund. In fact, if you look at our timber dollars in the debt service fund, we are well over our 120,000 that we thought we would get. I think we're currently up to 154,000, and being at one of our recent meetings, we're going to see more. So if we end up with a surplus over, I think our debt payment for the year is $1.1 million, and we're getting close. We think we'll end with 2.2 million. We could easily take funds out of there, match it out of the capital projects reserve funds, and or take it out of this right here is our general fund. Yeah. Good question. And no, I haven't made much progress on that yet, but I will. I guess the only other thing that in my budget report is that Jan will have everything encumbered. Half of it is encumbered right now, so we'll have a better feel for where we are with expenditures, but we're seeing our revenues come in accordingly. And then again, we're still seeing timber dollars coming in. I know there's concerns with the feeling of timber is dying out, but I think we're okay with our local DNR and the timber sales that we have in our jurisdiction, which is our junior taxing district.
Okay.
One other thing, we're still waiting on a bus. If you look at our transportation fund that we purchased last year, we are still waiting on that. But Bruce got news that I think it is there. They're having to check something. Oh, it's the special ed bus with our lift, I think. There's an issue with it. So we're still waiting on it. Okay, that's what I have for budget.
Thank you. Want to go into
Yeah.
enrollment while you're here?
March enrollment, we're pretty steady, honestly. If you look at our brick and mortar, we're right on. So we're currently, our average is 817. I will tell you though, then in looking at, and I think what I'll do is in May or June, we have a chart that shows each year of what we've lost in brick and mortar. We're down about 25 kids every year. So in looking, we just started our budget process for next year. We think we'll be below 800 students. Yeah. So again, that's a trend that we're seeing.
Is that the first time that we've ever been?
I think when I started in 2006, we had 1,300 students.
Yeah.
So we've lost quite a few.
And when I started in 1994, we had like 16 or 17.
Yeah, I was going to say you were probably close to 2,000. But needless to say, you can see the biggest challenge we have are the coming and going of our students. But generally speaking, we're about right on the money. We've stayed at about 330 students at the elementary. when I go through it. We're dead on at the middle school, really, with right at 236 students. Gained a little bit at the high school, and again, that's a fluctuation, I think, of running start. And then stayed steady with our homeschool plus at right around almost 40. And then Insight School of Washington, Myron, you want to talk about what you're seeing there with your elementary, middle, and high school?
Sure can. So our elementary right now, as of today, our head count is 662 approved for the current year. So we anticipate the FTE is going to continue to increase. We're continuing to enroll in the elementary. We still have ongoing enrollment happening. And the other good news here is the CTR portal that's been broken for the current year students has been fixed finally. And so that's actually
good.
increasing some of our conversions now as far as applications to enrolled kids.
Myron,
So we
when do
anticipate seeing
you
some growth.
cut off enrollment in May?
All the way K through 11 ends in April, and then we do a K2 in May.
Okay. And then middle school, what are you looking at? I mean, I reported for the month of March, 752, but you probably have a new and
Well,
improved
these are
number.
just like these are just what I'm giving you is just the head counts, right? The approved head counts, which may not be, the FTE is a little different. But we have 833 approved in the middle school right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's going to continue to cause a slight increase in a 9-month average. And then the high school is at, as of this morning, 1,824 approved.
You want to
And
go
so
all the
those
way
numbers
down
are, of
to,
course, are those monthly numbers. And so we're going to see, because we're running out of time in the year, right? It's going to have some increase on your 9-month average, but it's not going to be, you won't get to the full amount. Does that make sense? Because it's a rolling
Yeah.
average.
No, and Jan and I were looking, we think we'll end overall about 3,800, right around there for the year, which again, we're under what we budgeted, but that's better than being over because of the extension. Thank you, Myron.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. Anything else going on that?
Nope.
Okay, moving right along. Board member reports. We don't have a big board, so Kevin, Mike, you have anything?
Yeah, I went to the auction and that is an amazing event when you think about it. There's all the people there and they're just willing to give. They're not really looking for a deal because there's no deal when you're paying $200 for a pie. Everybody's in a good mood. Nobody's arguing. Nobody's talking politics. It's kind of a neat, it's too bad everywhere isn't that way.
Yeah,
I can't believe other cities haven't picked up on that or other schools.
no, so it was our 62nd year, 62 years we've been in business. And I think the total that I saw, and I don't believe this is all with all of the monetary donations, was $175,000 at the end of Sunday.
See, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and I don't know if Forks is just totally unique in that or. not.
We are,
We
yeah,
Must be.
we really are.
And I bet you 80% of the people come in there that live in the area, at least for a little while.
Yeah.
Although I didn't see you, Hazel. But anyway,
I started both days auctioneering and it was slow getting the
did you do it?
seniors going, yeah, but they did a good job once they got
Yeah.
going.
They did.
You talking about senior people or senior students?
Senior students,
Oh.
yeah,
Senior
they were all
citizens.
there working.
But it's fun. I always look forward to that.
What'd you buy? $200 pie?
A blanket for $310.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll be a warm one.
But people are there and they're just wanting to donate. Like you could go up and give them $200, or you could say, no, I'm just gonna try to get something, a memento to. And I got that.
Cords of firewood were going for like $400 or $500.
The what?
The cords of firewood.
Oh,
don't-
no.
Yeah,
I mean, that's so much over what
Uh-huh.
a quart of firewood's worth.
Uh-huh.
That's what I said. They've got their pocketbooks open and they're just willing to give. Yeah, that's all I have.
Well, good. Mike, anything?
Nothing.
I don't either.
Okay.
Myron, I know you've spoken a little bit about enrollment. Anything else to report?
Yes, I don't know if you remember our buddy Cody that came and presented with you last year, who went to nationals with Business Professionals of America.
Yeah.
Well, he is going again this year.
Wow.
We have 2 middle school students, a different team that we just got notified. One in the multimedia virtual competition. So they're right now, Cody, I know is confirmed to go. We have another young lady, Cloma. We don't know if she's going to go, but it's going to be in Tennessee this year. So they're really excited about that. Tomorrow we have our virtual job fair and our K-12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got 15 different presenters that have confirmed for tomorrow in the K-12
Wow.
zone with a variety of careers.
Good.
Excited about that. And re-reg is open for next year, and we're already approving kids for next year. So
Good. Can our kids, brick and mortar kids, go to that job fair?
They could.
they could potentially. We would just need a list of roster for us to allow them access to the zone.
I just wonder how they compare in terms of
Our
Okay.
job fair?
yeah, and the kinds of presenters that are at each one, and if maybe they had different ones, might be interesting to expand that a little bit to us.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Myron.
Thanks, Myron. Is that it?
Thank you.
Sheila, have anything? I thought I saw her earlier.
I'm here. I'm riding on Myron's coattails as usual. You know, he does all the hard work, and I just smile and nod because he's doing such a great job. It's a great gig.
Okay. All right, well, it's good to see you.
Good to
I hope
see
you're
you.
not,
We
I hope
missed
you're not,
when we were there a couple weeks ago. We missed you.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You didn't want to see me.
No,
Is it hot down there in California?
it's finally cooling off, but who gets 95-degree weather in March? It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
or
been
over
crazy.
100 in some places,
Yeah.
so, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, we'd take about half of that.
yeah.
Okay, let's move on then. Thank you both for being here. Old business. The Forks Athletic Fields permit approved set.
So,
Bill or Diana?
yeah, I just thought it might be good for you to get a sneak peek at it because we will be bringing you a set of design for you to approve in April. Is that what we're
April, May,
anticipating?
right, yeah.
April or May, so that we can get it out to bid.
Different than this set?
Well, it'll be improved, yeah. But, yeah, absolutely, have a seat.
No, I just wanted to be able to open it up and kind of show you guys a few things inside the plans. So this is the permit set that got sent in to the city of Forks. They send it to Zenovic and such in there and it gets approved. So this is the permit set. It's about 95% complete. So the next set that you guys get to approve will be the 100%. It'll have the drain field and stuff put in it. And that was that infiltration piece that we were talking about, was for that drain field. And Bill, you're absolutely right. When you look on this page here on the front, right there's the drain field for the football field, right where the little shot put is.
Yeah.
And then straight across, the new drain field's going to be kind of just over here, which isn't very far away,
Yeah.
but they're not hitting any numbers there for what they need. And
Is
so
that in the middle
was
of a
the-
field?
It's kind of over on the south side, and the more you
Okay.
move south and east, the more clay there is.
Hmm.
And so they're finding that they're not getting the numbers, and that's why they're having to come back, dig that, see if they can go down to about 22, 23 feet and get those numbers. And that way we'll save dollars on the drain field that they have to design.
So this was before the picture was before the stadium being built.
Mhm.
It's, yeah, they took down the old stadium. We're in
Oh,
the
really?
process. The
Oh,
old
man.
stadium's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, is what it is. So, but on here, if we go to plan C3, it's C3.1. Maybe Hazel could pull that up. It kind of looks like this one right here. I was going to explain a little bit of drainage for you
Wanted to see
guys.
what?
C3.1, grading and drainage plan.
I saw, what page was it? Is it the 7th?
I don't have the page number. It doesn't have it here. I just found it so these guys can see a little bit.
Keep going to your, it looks like this.
Okay, I think I have that.
Yeah.
It's not C3PO.
C3.1.
Right. And so I kind of wanted to show you something on here. So we've got our baseball fields, elementaries back up this way. Right here's the access road that goes around. This is where they're going to intercept a lot of that water that comes from the farmer's field. They're going to tie into this culvert right here. They're going to take an 18-inch pipe and they're going to travel it all the way across here, all the way down. They're going to cut that playground that's in here, and they go by the playground, go between the other playground and the play shed, tie it here and come all the way over and tie it into the culvert that goes over to the district office. And then this one here, this is the other playground here, is where that you'll get that pipe coming through to take that drainage off of the parking lots. It will go and tie into right here. That way we should take all that overflow, because there's a dry well right in here. That should take that dry well, the overflow off the dry well, and take it away from that parking lot at the elementary school. And that should drop off. So I wanted you guys to see, that's the drainage to take all this water from over here that comes across our fields and kind of takes all that water. Right here in this area is about where they want to put the new drain field, is what it is. And so these are where they're trying to get those numbers so that you guys are aware. That will take all the water off of the fields, is what it will do. And so that's where they're having some difficulty getting what they need to have. So, but that's kind of, this is the drainage plan. If we go to C5, it kind of cleans it up a little bit.
But they should be able to get it there. I
They're
mean,
hoping they have to get down to good rock to get
So
the
what if they
water to
don't?
get up.
Then what?
Then they'll have to design a lot larger. It will cost us a lot more. So they're trying to keep it where it needs to be. But if you go to C5.1 on here, this gives you a pretty good, clear plan of how the building's gonna, how everything's gonna lay out. And so you've got, here's that elementary parking lots right here. And so here's the new entryway that comes in right here at the end of it. Here's that new walkway.
Entryway,
To
This
get
is
into
to get
the
into
fenced in area.
fenced-in
I
area
gotcha.
of the ball fields. So you have your new entryway right here. This is a sidewalk that goes all the way over to the grandstand, right where the entry of the grandstand is. There's a sidewalk that goes all the way there, so you can park at the high school and walk over. But it goes all the way across. This is your girls' field over here. High school field here. The high school fence lines will be, this one I believe is 290 feet, 286 feet, and 371 to center field is what you have. The girls is just the typical 200-foot radius that they have for normal girls fields. The boys fields, this will be one of the larger fields. Ours will be in our league right now. They compared Ilwaco and a few others to it. So
what's the size of the one out at Beaver?
I don't know. I'd have to go
Oh,
look.
that's fine. I just wondered if it was about the same or.
It, as you look at this, you can see that like there's two little boxes right here. Those two little boxes are the bleachers, just to set the little roll-in set of bleachers. This right here up in the corner is the dugout and the bullpen that ties to the two together. They're on both fields the same way. So you just walk right out. Your pitcher walks out of the dugout, goes to the bullpen and starts warming up.
Where's the dugout?
The dugouts are right here on the sides here, right? That little spot, this little spot. If
Yeah,
I go,
okay, yeah.
I'll go up here where I can show you guys a little better. So
Oh,
this little spot right here is your dugout for the boys field.
yeah,
There's one right here. This is the bullpen for pitching to warm up. This little spot right in the middle here, that's gonna be where your building's at.
yeah.
Right here's a bleacher, right here's a bleacher for the boys field, girls field, bleacher, dugout, bullpen.
Oh, cool.
200 feet radius.
I hate to say it, Bill, but where's the bathroom?
Bathroom's right here.
Oh, we do have one, good.
Yep,
Oh,
it's right there.
Center-
Show that
center
to you
field.
in just a minute.
No.
But,
Or in the
entryway here,
Peterson
sidewalk all the way here.
What if they write it on the bathroom?
It's a little thing they've got, you know, it's really tight though to the elementary school to fit this in. I mean, that's that newer playground we put in, it's right there.
No, that's
It's real
okay.
close. So they've got gates and fences that come through here, so we can lock things off. It also gives Sarah then access to the fields and such. We'll get another set of soccer goals and put out there for them. They love playing soccer.
So what are the field's surfaces?
The surface is gonna be artificial.
All of it, even the outfield?
Even the outfield. So I wanted to touch base with you guys on that a little more. When we get our actual 100% complete drawings back and you guys approve them, then we'll start talking about the different companies. So KCDA, which we have a purchasing co-op that we work with.
That's a state purchasing co-op,
Right.
so we don't have to go out and do all of the
Yes.
vetting. Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
They have 4 companies that work with them on turf. So they have Field Turf that we have on our football field out there that's how we purchased our football field. They have AstroTurf, they have Shaw, and they have Hellas, which is the 4 big players, and they're all on KCDA. So what I was hoping to do is get them to come out, each company, and do a presentation to you guys, show you their products, let you guys see what's there, and see what pricing's gonna be. So we'll get those approved plans, we'll ship them off, we'll get pricing from everybody, let them show you their products, and then we'll sit down as board and you guys. can
you
sit down
get to
as board
choose.
And choose.
This is gonna be as big as a football field as far as,
Probably bigger, because you've got 2 fields
is it?
Mhm.
in place, correct. And so I did speak with Shaw the other day. They've got a lot of major league fields is what they have. So I spoke with them a little bit. I'm trying to get a sample shipped up just so we can see it because I've never seen their products yet and such. But we want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to look at the products and then pick what you think is the best and most suitable for the field.
So is any of the infield dirt?
No, sir.
It's all brown,
Mhm.
Correct. Now,
but it's different turf than the outfield?
Yeah, they use, is it coconut?
but it depends on which company you go
Yeah.
with. So some companies will use an organic infill, some will use the rubber infill. So it just depends on who we end up picking and what we're able to afford at the end of the day.
So it's not gonna look like Chief Lush Ice when we went down there. That
No,
Astro, that was
that was all that,
grassy.
no, it was all that tan colored, remember?
But
Yeah,
it would look like our football fields, some of it was brown, some of it was.
The girls' field, is that the one you're talking?
no, there was a, when we went to see Chief Lashai Stadium, it was right over to the right.
Oh, I remember that. That's an artificial field.
It's
That's-
artificial, but it doesn't have the kind of product that we'll get.
Right. So the one dirt part though that may end up on the field is for the boys and they're debating, they're talking about what type of mound to go on there right now. And so
Oh, yeah.
that's an issue that we're running into. They were saying that they have basically a removable mound up at, I believe it's Volunteer Field in Port Angeles, and they really don't like it very much. So they have clay fields or clay mounds, and then when I talked to Shaw, he says what they've been doing is they actually pour a concrete mound out there, and then they put a cushion on that concrete mound, and then they tack their surface to that, and it lasts quite a while. And then you can just replace that section if it gets worn out. And so, but then your mound isn't being taken down. And he says the issue with clay and such is clay runs down and gets into your turf and makes edges and such, and it becomes an issue.
Well, and it takes a lot of maintenance
Yeah,
to keep a mound. When you look at
Together.
high school mounds and all, they get rutted and gouged and.
right. But those will be a lot of things that we'll have to talk about later on down the
Oh,
road and get your input on.
Remember, we're doing the dirt in summer 1
Mhm.
and the turf in summer 2.
Correct. And then if you go to A9, I think it's
Is that before or after?
A9.1. And there's your bathroom, Kevin. So,
Are those gonna be $1 million?
no, this is very
No.
small. This is very small. So it's only if you kind of look in the upper left corner here, you can kind of see the bathroom.
No
And so-
golden part, no
Yeah. Yeah, you've got,
porta potties.
in this one, you've got a toilet and a sink with the, in the door there. That's all you've got. The center is a little custodial closet that's got the mechanical room in it. And then there's a set of stairs on the back to go up into the little box up above for running the score clocks, is what it is. Very small, but it's built so that down the road, if you guys decide you want to add storage onto it or concessions onto it, it can be built back. And so that you can add those things onto it later. So that's it looks a little funky now because it's skinny,
Yeah.
but it's made so that you can add to it. Welcome to Spartan Fields, on the front of it. It's a nice layout.
Well, how about and the bleachers and just how many they hold?
The little bleachers, they're just the little rollable bleachers that you buy, aluminum bleachers.
Yeah.
So 5-tier, probably
So like 100 people wouldn't.
Like the ones down at the racetrack?
kind of with same thing that is out at Beaver Ball.
Beaver ball field, the ones they have out there now, yeah.
Not very big. There's 2 sets of them. A lot of people bring their own chairs though and sit and stuff too. But we'll have to gauge it and see how it looks, down the road and what we need to do. But right now it's just set up for 2 sets of those bleachers, 2 for each field. That's what it is. But these plans, these are your guys' to share, show people if you need to, if you want to. There's nothing in there hiding. They can see whatever's there. It's about 95%. The drainage is the last part of this. And so once we get that drainage in there and they make sure everything's going to work the way they want, then we'll reach out and start talking to KCDA and start talking to some turf companies and we'll get out to bid. Right now we're hoping for April. I think we're going to push into May for the bidding. Once we get some numbers.
What's gonna happen in May?
I believe they're gonna. I think it's gonna go out to bid in May instead of April.
When's completion date? What's figure?
Completion date
This
is
May?
this May
Oh.
for bidding. It's 2 summers. So
So it will be for 27, 28.
I think it's December 27th. We have to have it done.
We have to have it done, yeah, with the grant.
Yeah.
2028.
And what are we gonna do with the upstairs of
2027.
that building?
The upstairs, all that's in the upstairs is the networking area, and then at the same time, it's got the guys to run the score clocks. So it's just got a little bench there. It's got a window here, and a window on the side, so you can see the field. Is what's there. As you flick through this, it shows you some different pictures of what the building would look like. Kind of the layouts, and as you go through, you kind of got to just go through the plans and look through everything to see what's there.
So do we have kind of a guesstimation
Well, they figured, you mean cost-wise?
cost-wise?
Yeah, in the beginning, it was about 3.5. And because we're having a few other things that we're trying to do at the same time, which was to put the lighting in down the road so that you can add lights on the outside. So we were going to put the conduits and everything in the ground. The sidewalk got added to it. A few other things got added to add things and bring things so you can get over to the field. But it's about 4 to 4.5. That's all said and done. Yeah. So,
It's gonna depend on the quality of the carpet, if you will, the turf.
the turf is a big one.
And then we may have to do some value engineering where we figure out where we get some cuts. Yeah.
Right. Once we see what comes in, then we go from there, and then we go, well, we don't want this, we don't want this, we don't want this, and take this out. There's certain things that we have to stay with though, due to the grant that we got as well.
So this one says electrical plant. What?
Just there's some electrical that goes, so they're gonna bring so the electrical plant has several things that go to it, because the building gets electrified, and then you've got networking and electric that goes out to the ball fields, so that you can hook up pitching machines and things along those lines. They're bringing the power from the high school all the way over there. And they said, I asked why. So why can't we just come out of the elementary school? It's right there. We'd have to upgrade the services to get it out of the elementary school. And the cost to upgrade the services is way more expensive than it would be just to bring the conduit over. So I was really surprised by that.
So that's underground over to it?
It's underground. So they'll come out of the new high school addition all the way over and tie in. The other thing they're gonna do is they're gonna grab onto the networking, and they're gonna bring Michael and them new fiber over there as well, because the fiber's in the way. And so they're gonna end up hitting the fiber. So they're gonna bring new fiber and new conduit over there. So that will upgrade a little bit of their infrastructure, get them some new cabling over there. There's also some cameras built into it to keep an eye on things. Working along those lines, networking. There's some cameras that go on there for the NFHS that's in the plan right now to put on, things like that. So
How about a fence around the perimeter?
there's a full fence around the whole thing.
How tall is it gonna be?
That's right now. Oh,
It'd be interesting because, I mean, you get kids jumping over it.
yeah, I think it's only 6 foot.
That's
I think that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. If they want to get to it though, they can just walk right from the high school, backside of the high school and over to it.
Yeah.
That's the outfield fences for the girls, I think are only like 4 feet, if I remember right. So
Are we still gonna have,
I'm not sure, Mike, or I'm not sure, Kevin, I'd have to
Yeah,
look in the
that's
plan.
all right.
are we still gonna have gates
There's
into the
gates.
fields like they do now?
There's gates over there so we can close some things off to keep people out of the center section if we wanted to. It's not gonna be like the football field.
No, I mean, like it is now, in the fence around the proposed fields. There's a couple of places where you can get in there without having to go all the way to
Yeah,
the elementary school.
I think, yeah, there's a gate right here. It shows a gate on C5.1. There's a gate right here to get into on the backside of the access road.
Yeah,
So that gate's still there. There's also gates over at the elementary side, and that comes through. Also, this right here is an added section. This is the ambulance access off of the access road. So you can go in here and drive out onto the field if you have to. So they have gates there as well from the access road. So
well, the thing is, I'm thinking people will be parking again, over in that Little League area and maybe want to access the stands and all. And I just wondered if there's a way to get in there
there's a gate.
without having to go.
Yep.
All the way around.
There's a man gate right here, kind of where it's already at. There's a
Okay.
man gate. I know one thing that we did talk about, that was a concern was, how we have the new electric gate at the elementary school.
Yeah.
We looked at putting one down here, right at the end of the school property so that at the end of the day, because a lot of games start around 3:00. Well, this is our bus access road all the way around the back of that. And we have a lot of, I don't know if you guys go over to the Little League games and see how everybody parks, but they park all along that access road, which will make it tough for our buses. So we talked about putting a gate there. That's the same thing, that's got the two.
But aren't the buses gone by the time Little League starts?
It's
That's
not
what-
Little League, it would be for our games. because
Our
we'll
games
have
are
people
gonna
wanting-
start at 3:30 in the
That's right,
afternoon.
that's right.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
people won't want to drive down there. and
If
park,
not a little sooner, so they can get done and get on the road, yeah.
and that
So
makes it
keep the
tough.
gate up until the
Mhm.
buses are through and then leave the gate up so people can park there.
After they're
After the
gone,
buses,
they're
after the
gone.
bus schedule.
Somebody could put it up if they wanted to put it up, but right now, the way that they work is you have the remote to it. There's a key to it that you can turn and lift them up, is what you can do.
Yeah, well, that, I
Anyway, it's
guess we
something
can talk
we've
about
just
that
been-
later.
We've been talking about, it's not something set in stone, but we've talked about it, so
I'm
trying to
just-
make sure.
I'm
there's-
wondering what, because a lot of people won't go all the way out to Beaver, and I'm wondering how many more people will go to the games if they're here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And if we have enough places for them to sit or.
Mhm.
we might have to bring some more, and we'll see what.
Yeah,
what it
we'll
looks
see,
like.
we'll see what happens.
So we might be able to get more of those little bleachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't very expensive. I think the big thing the one thing I really like about it is that, it rains in the morning, we can play in the afternoon. I like that. I also like that the kids walk over to the field. They don't have to drive all the way out to Beaver.
Yeah.
for
Well, and I
practice.
think you'll have more students attending the games because they don't have to go out to Beaver.
Mhm.
I know I'll be more likely to go because I don't have to drive out to Beaver.
I like the Beaver Ball field.
I do too.
I like the Beaver Ball
Yeah,
field. I
but-
think they've done a great job putting it
Yeah,
together.
yeah, it's
Yeah, this is
10 miles out of
convenient.
town.
Yeah, and the kids can walk straight over. I
And they'll
like
be
their
able to
setup. They
practice
kinda-
every day.
every day on the field. I like that, you know, we got a lot of ideas from Beaver. As a matter of fact, the scoreboards they have out there and kind of the layout with the boys field and the girls field, we looked at those. It's nice to have them side by side, especially if you have kids in both sports. You can look and, you know, walk across to see who's, you know, how it's going for each game. We got a lot from them. So I really like what they've done.
Exciting.
What's
But
gonna
this
happen
is,
to that?
well, there's still Babe Ruth and
Oh, Babe
everything
Ruth.
else that goes out there. Little League still uses it, things along those lines.
Well, if they want to come to town and use ours now,
More than likely, I think we'll have some options for tournaments here for our kids with these fields as well, which is really nice. Gives them more time for play, more time in the summertime, things along those lines. We've also told the Little League programs, you know, the fields, they can use the fields for soccer in the summertime. So that'd be a nice, actually, it's a bonus for them really out there because you're not getting muddy. You're not getting, you know, you get out there and that ground gets hard and it's bumpy and, you know.
There's a temporary paint you can do to put,
line.
mhm.
Yeah, turf safe paints, so they can use that. But we wanted to get this out to you guys so you had a chance to see it because you know, this has been in design and you guys haven't had a chance to see this yet. We wanted to get it out to you so you could share it with people and, you know, go from there with it. And if you guys see something on those that you don't like, let us know because we haven't got 100% yet. You know, do you have any? And if you have questions, just feel free. You know,
I'd hate to be the person that has.
do you have any questions on it? Any questions?
We need to make
Thank
sure
you,
we
guys.
get Ron and Shannon one if they want
Here we
one.
go.
Okay.
It's quite the stapler you got to put that together.
You know, it was Ellen put them all together. So I don't know what she used to staple it, but she got them together. When I went over to get one, I went, whoa, this is, you know, she goes, it's 82 pages, Bill.
I didn't know it was 82 pages, but tell her thank you very much.
Yeah. So, all right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, next on the list of old business is approval of the Inside School of Washington CTE pathways for the year 25-26 this year. And
So there are, Myron, are you there still?
You got bored and left.
I'm not sure what happened. Myron was actually taking the meeting from his car. His son has a concert at school tonight. And so
Okay.
he was taking it from the car. So I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
No, I was just gonna say, I didn't know if he wanted to talk, so, but I can certainly speak to this. This is CTE pathways that would be particular or specific to Inside School of Washington, and they have to be approved by the board. The state has some general pathways that they approve, but then we have to go through a process to get ours approved, but then a student can make it or go all the way through a career pathway. And that's one way they can meet graduation as opposed to having smarter balance scores that are above. And so these are, I'm assuming these are newly created pathways for whatever courses we have for the 25-26 school year that have been approved by OSPI or are in the process of getting approved through OSPI. So I would recommend that you make them up.
yeah, looks like fun.
Approve.
I'll make a motion, we approve Inside School of Washington CTE pathways for the 25-26 school year.
I'll second it.
Great. Then all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say nay. All right, it is approved.
You got approved, Myron.
Yeah, sorry. So just to give some clarity for those are these are courses. These are pathways that you've already kind of approved in the past, but we took one of the last course on those pathways turned into a year-long course, and OSPI requires us to have both ends of it there. So this one has the B version, the second semester version. The other ones you've approved only had the first semester version. So this just kind of adding to the list is what we've done.
Okay. Great. Okay, that has been approved. So let's move to new business. The ISWA school year calendar for next year. Really?
Yay, this really makes me happy because Forks High School is on the 5th and Insight on the 12th, so I can very easily attend both.
Both of them?
Yeah, instead of both on the same day, yeah.
Next year.
So you need a motion? No, he hasn't called for it yet.
Yeah, is there a motion to
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
adopt this?
Approve the Insight School of Washington 26-27 school year calendar.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Then, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any, no, none are opposed.
There's one other thing. We had weightlifting. What was that? Weightlifting went to state or something?
Powerlifting
Oh,
they did a meet this last weekend and they had really great successes. I think they had
Yeah, a couple
4
first places.
first places in their classes. Yeah, they did really, really well.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That is very cool.
Great.
Yeah, Owl thinks so too.
What is that?
It's the owl giving its
Little
approval.
squirrel in there.
All right, well, if there's nothing else, which there isn't because it's not on the agenda, we are hereby adjourned.
Thanks, Myron.
Thanks.
Bye, Myron and Sheila.
You guys,
Appreciate it.
Enjoy your concert.